Good morning, Barry Pirates. Today is Tuesday, March 22nd. It is an A day for fifth grade. Please stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have a few student visitors with us today. Aman Elmi from 8th grade and from Student Council is going to talk to you a little bit about the 8th grade dance.
Hello, Barry. I'm Iman for Student Council, and I'm here to talk to 8th grade about the dance. It's gonna be at the piece. It's gonna be at the high school. It's gonna be in the South Gym. Okay. If anybody is worried about transportation, we're gonna have a bus coming at 5:30 at Barry to take you up. So just worry about getting a ride to Barry, and it's gonna take you back too. We're gonna sell concessions, so bring money for that. We're also going to be selling tickets for 8th grade during lunch. So tickets go up till Friday. It's gonna be $5. And if you don't have money by Friday, you can pay at the dance, but it's gonna be an extra $2. Um, Anything else I need to talk about? Oh, the attire. It's gonna be homecoming wear, kind of. If you're familiar with that. If you're not, it's like semi-formal, so dresses, nice button downs, stuff like that. Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. So I really think that you guys all should come. And yeah,
When do they
have a
buy
good day.
tickets?
At lunch,
At lunch.
all this week. Okay, so get your money in.
All right, thank you. All right, next we have two fifth graders for Women's History Month to talk to us today. It's Emmy and Nevaeh.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Ruby Bridges. Ruby Bridges was born on November 14th, 1960. She grew up on a small farm in Tylertown, Mississippi. Her parents were sharecroppers, meaning they farmed the land but didn't own it. When Ruby was 4 years old, her family moved to New Orleans. In New Orleans, Ruby lived in a small apartment where she shared a bedroom with her sister and two young brothers. Her father worked at a gas station, and her mother worked night jobs to help make ends meet. Ruby had fun playing with her friends in New Orleans. They played softball, jump rope, and climbed trees. Ruby went to kindergarten at an all-black school. The schools in New Orleans at that time were segregated. This meant that black students were in two different schools than white students. Ruby's school was a long walk from her home, but she didn't mind. She liked her teacher, Miss King, and enjoyed kindergarten.
One day, Ruby was asked to take a test. She didn't know at this time, but the test was supposed to determine which black students would be allowed to attend a white school. Ruby was a very bright girl and aced the test. After that, her parents were told that she could attend the local white school and begin the integration of black students and white students. At first, her father didn't want her to go to the white school. He was afraid that it would be dangerous. There were a lot of white people who were angry and didn't want Ruby at their school. Her mother, however, thought it'd be a good opportunity. Ruby would get a better education and would help pave the way for future children. Eventually, her mother convinced her father to let her go. Ruby began the first grade at her old school. Some people were still trying to stop her from going to the all-white school. However, on November 14, 1960, Ruby attended her first day at the all-white William Frantz School near her home. It was only 5 blocks away. When Ruby arrived at the school, there were lots of people protesting and threatening Ruby and her family. Ruby didn't fully understand what was going on, but she knew her parents were scared. Some white men in suits arrived that were federal marshals. They drove Ruby to school and surrounded her on the way in. The first day of school was strange for Ruby. All she did was sit in the principal's office with her mom. She saw the parents of white kids come in throughout the day. They were taking their kids out of school.
All right, guys, some updates for this week. We, just to provide clarification, we required all incentive requests to be done by Friday of March, on March 11th, before spring break. We know we had inclement weather both those days. There was lots of communication that went to parents, students, text message, email, lots of opportunities, not to mention the entire quarter kids could have gotten signed up. So if it didn't work out for you, we are sorry. But if there are better ways for us to communicate in the future to help you be successful in doing so, please let us know. For those that did purchase incentive, we'll likely have food trucks. I'm going to work on scheduling that today and tomorrow. We will try to pre-sell beforehand during lunch to ensure that lines are reduced, as we did experience that, and that feedback was provided to us in the past. We did have the opportunity to collect donations prior to spring break. We had daily winners, and then some days we didn't get to collect. Students brought in remaining donations today. And so we had an overall week-long winner from the days that we received donations before spring break, and that was the greenhouse. So they earned additional points for their house. Just a reminder that this week we're focused on commitment. That is our character strong trait, and we recognize students on Friday, and those are due on Thursday by lunch. On Tuesday, today, quarter 4 live school competition starts now. I've given points to all the students for Monday and Tuesday on today. We just needed to postpone that because we needed to get through third quarter donations and investments, which got prolonged from inclement weather. We do not have academic lab after school today. That will resume on Thursday. A reminder, the Missouri Student Survey is going to be conducted today during FPC for 7th and 8th grade, and for 6th grade on Wednesday. If your parents wanted to opt you out, they've already had the opportunity, and they did so. And have sent in your information. So we'll accommodate as necessary. Your lunch items are orange chicken with brown rice, hamburger, breaded chicken patty sandwich, crispy popcorn chicken, or cheese pizza. We want to wish you guys an awesome Tuesday. And remember, at Berry, we learn, grow, and lead.